Hi, I'm Ellen McCauley. I'm at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. This week we had a guest, Father Mano, who gave us a blessing. So I'm going to just let you read the Just 99 Days at Home. Those of you who are using this tool have raved about it. One person said, I don't always think to say the rosary, and yet if it's an assignment, I do it and I get so much out of it. Please, I encourage you to use this simple tool to go forward on this journey. But what's tonight's topic? So many times we think we need to be perfect. We try to lose weight, we try to eat less, we try to move more, then we go to a wedding. And on the fifth martini, we're out there dancing, and we say, forget it, I've blown it. What does progress, not perfection, mean? I'm a huge proponent of the 12-step programs. As a matter of fact, Pray It Off is just an extension of every program I've ever been in my entire life. I've been to Overeaters Anonymous, which is a 12-step program. I've been to Take Off Pound Sensibly, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem, Weight Watchers. Tried to combine everything I learned into one thing, and one of the things that I think makes the 12-step program so critical and so successful is they rely on their higher power. And we're in a church, and we can say who our higher power is. Our higher power is Jesus. We can say it. We can say the name of Jesus. So in these AA meetings and other 12-step meetings, they coined the phrase, if you will, progress, not perfection. It's their version of practice makes perfect. And it's a good way to approach life in general. How often do we think we have to be perfect at our job? Or I was even upset because next week's log, I think, has Ecclesiastes 6. I'm thinking, what's the group going to think of me? I didn't have Ecclesiastes 7 on it. Who cares? I made a mistake. It's okay, Ellen. We are not saints. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to saint principles. The point is we're willing to grow. The principles we set down are guides to progress. Think about that. Guides to progress. Spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. And when he says we're not saints, the saints weren't perfect. Did anyone ever say that the saints were without sin? They weren't. They were normal people who just lived extraordinary lives. So when we say this spiritual progress, not perfection, this means that we try to live our life towards a good goal, towards being better, but we can't use it as an excuse. You can't come in next week and say, well, Ellen, I gained 5 pounds. Progress, not perfection. Because I want to make sure that you understand what progress is that. There's no progress. The progress is, so you've done really well and you have an ice cream cone. Do you want to run to confession, or do you say, hey, I had 6 really healthy days. I wanted that ice cream cone. But there's so many of us who, if we have a little extra, we've got that cat o' nine tails out going, why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? Progress, not perfection, isn't an excuse. It's a way to try to live our lives. If we hurt someone and honestly try to make it right, that's progress. If we overeat one week and then the next week get back in the saddle, that's progress. Without sobriety, the rest of the program wouldn't matter. Sobriety is a deal breaker in AA. So what's the deal breaker here? The thing is, we have to eat. We can't say, hey, well, I wanted to lose weight, so stop eating altogether. You might lose weight, but it also might kill you. Because we have to eat to survive. Our addiction is, I think, one of the most difficult ones to overcome, because as Father even said tonight, I don't care if you're Italian, I don't care if you're Irish or Polish or German, we love food. And one of the things is, not next week, but the week after, we're going to talk about food the whole meeting. Because I'm learning to embrace a love of food. I've stopped eating carbs altogether because I thought carbs were bad. Well, I wasn't making any movement on the scale at all. And lately, things have been moving, and I've been reintroducing little things. I want everyone to run to Price Chopper or wherever and take a look at these Blue Diamond nut thins. Let me tell you why. You can have 17 of these crackers, and they're big. And they're only 130 calories for 17, but here's the beauty. There's only 80 milligrams of sodium in 17 crackers. Are you kidding me? That's nothing. 3 grams of protein. There's protein. So we can have carbs, but I don't mean a honker white bread sandwich for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I'm talking about healthy carbs, okay? We have a deal breaker here. We need to pray 100% of the time. Move more, eat less. We're working on that. We're working on that. But we need to pray. We need to embrace our love of God. That's our deal breaker. And we can't be so critical. You know, most of us have some goal we're trying to reach, even if we haven't really formulated that goal in our mind. We want to try something new, break an old habit, or be successful at work or with something else. We need to take that vague goal. Maybe it's wanting to be healthier. Is that an overwhelming goal? So many of us treat it like it's overwhelming. Oh my gosh, I want to be healthier. That's overwhelming. Shouldn't we all want to be healthier? What's so overwhelming about that? You know, if you start thinking, I can never go to a wedding again, I can never go to a party, I say choose wisely. Say, do I really want to go to a drunken brawl party, or do I want to go to a wedding where I can eat with dignity and enjoy the bride and groom and the sacrament of the Mass? When our daughter got married in 2009, people still talk about the Mass, how beautiful it was. They don't say, oh man, we got so loaded, we were out, and the cops came. They talked about how beautiful the Mass was. Focus on that part of an event, the community. So often we have these unrealistic expectations that if we're not perfect, we're a failure. Don't raise your hand, but those of you who gained weight tonight, I know in your hearts you're thinking, oh, I didn't do good last week. I'm a failure. You know, I have to open my coat. I have to open my soul and witness. It's like confession. You know, if you get on that scale and you've gained 2 pounds, somebody knows about it, me. And guess what? I am the best person to know about it. Jean is the best person to know about it because we know what it's like. Jean's lost 50 pounds and kept it off. I've lost 140 pounds and kept it off. We know what it's like. We know what the struggle is. Don't beat yourself up. Even if we veer off the path a bit, the path is still within our reach and we're heading in the right direction. All right, you veer off the path, but you still come to pray it off. You're in the right direction. That's progress. We have to know the why. Why do we want to lose weight? I say that every week, but sometimes I think you lose sight of the why. Why do we want to lose weight? Write down that goal. I'm next week going to have everyone have a pen on the table so they can write down why they want to lose weight. And the most important things is baby steps, small changes, one at a time. Anyone ever watched that movie, What About Bob? Yeah. It's only one of our favorite movies of all time. I mean, we will just say, you want to watch What About Bob? And we're like, yes. And one of the things is he's like, baby steps, baby steps. Remember we talked about the baby steps? Isn't that what we're trying to do here? All right, give up some mayonnaise, baby step. Give up having 5 beers and have 1 beer, baby step. I'm not saying you can never have a brownie, but don't have one every day. I'm not saying you can never have a waffle, but try to lose, say, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, then have a waffle. Baby steps. We're human, we're imperfect, that's what makes us unique and awesome. If we keep trying these baby steps, pretty soon they become habits. I'm going to stop right there.